it's Tracy here, back with a holiday card series video for you. Today I'm going to be using the Warm Heart stamp set from Paper Smooches, and I'm going to stamp the trees. It's a group of 4 trees, all one stamp. I'm going to stamp that with my Tuxedo Black Memento ink on a piece of Coordination's 110-pound cardstock. And then I'm also going to stamp the little snowman right over it. And it's okay that it's overlapping because I'm going to be cutting out another snowman. As you can see, I'm going to stamp it one more time on another piece of Coordination's 110-pound cardstock along with the little cardinal stamp. And then I'm going to color all of those images in with my Copic markers. Alright, so after I colored them all in, I went ahead and fussy cut them out with my scissors and then went around the edges with my my Tuxedo Black Memento marker. Alright, so now I'm going to take this Tumbled Glass Distress ink and my foam blending tool and just go around the outside edge of the entire white space on my card front. So I want a little bit of blue ink around the edge, and then the middle will still be white like it was before. So you could also do this with a much darker color if you wanted, but I just wanted a little bit of color on the background so it wasn't so white. Then I'm going to take the snowflake or like star stamp that's with the same stamp set and use the soft granite ink from Hero Arts and stamp a few of those snowflakes in the background. You could also use snowflakes from a different set if you didn't like this one, since it does look more like a star, but I like the way that this looks as snowflakes flying in the air. Alright, so when I get enough of that, I am going to go ahead and then stamp my sentiment, and I'm just going to use the same stamp, so I'm using all one stamp set for this entire card. It says joy, and then it has a heart in the middle, and I like that because it matches the heart on the tree and on the snowman. And then I can go ahead and just color in that heart with the R39 Copic marker. It'll match the same colors that I colored in the other hearts. Alright, so I can now glue on the snowman image that I colored and cut out before. and that's just going to go right over the snowman that I stamped. The reason I stamped it onto the card front was so that I didn't have to fussy cut out the little arms on him, since that would have been really difficult to do. And then I'm going to glue the cardinal down into the trees. Alright, so for the bottom of the card, so it doesn't look so plain, I just have a piece of white cardstock, and then I'm going to use my Versamark ink and just use that pad directly onto the cardstock, and I want more on top and then kind of gradually fading out. So it's like an ombre effect, so it's going to have more of ink on top and then less on the bottom. And then I'm going to use this white embossing powder from Wow, and I think it's called white puff powder. So when you heat it, it like puffs up a little bit, and then it's a really cool effect because it looks like snow on your card front. And you'll be able to see that there's more snow on the top, or more embossing powder, not real snow obviously, and then less fading down. So after I heat embossed that, I just cut a little bit so that it was not so straight across, just a little bit of wave to it, and then I can go ahead and adhere that onto my card front. And you want to make sure, this is a little bit more difficult to heat emboss because it's harder to tell if it's actually like set, because it does puff up, but you don't want to do it too much either, because then it doesn't work out. It's one that you kind of have to practice while you're before you use it on an actual card. Alright, so I'm going to use this May Arts natural twine and tie a bow along the bottom there. So I do this by cheating. I cut a piece and then tape each of the ends to the back of the card base, and then I cut an extra piece of the twine and use that to tie the bow onto the front. I just find this much easier than actually like tying a bow, and then you don't have to have someone like put their finger in the middle or anything like that. It's the easiest way that I have found to tie bows on my cards. And then after I get it situated, I can just trim off the excess. Alright, so it's now time to put my card front onto my white card base, and you could actually use any color card base for this since you won't see it from the front. The whole card front fits the entire card base, so there's no like border around the edges or anything like that. Alright, and then the last step on my card is to add these Christmas red stickles to all of the hearts, and I just squirt a little bit into there and then kind of move it around with the tip so that I can get the whole heart covered. And you want to make sure that your stickles bottle is unclogged, because otherwise you could get a big blob right on your card, and you just want to test it on a scratch piece of paper to make sure that it's all coming out smoothly. And then that was my finished card for today. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed. And I will see you back here for another holiday card series video. Bye!